Hello Capricorn, this is for Capricorn Sun sign or Capricorn Ascending sign. My name is Victoria Martin. I'm going to guide you through some of the highlights of February 2016. So let's take a look at this. And I think I would characterize the first half of February. For everybody, the mood of the month would be both manic and dreamy. And this is going to emphasize the second house in your horoscope, your solar horoscope, which would be survival instincts, materials, tools, resources. So you're getting down to what do you need to keep yourself going, to support yourself. And then the second half, at this point, now the sun moved into your third house, so it's time to, for everyone to pay attention to subtle clues and train their ESP. But for you, it has to do with meetings, visiting, hosting, and your media skills. So very interesting. Now, let's break this down into three components. In February, we have a new moon, February 6th through 10th. That's the waking up with the Chinese New Year. You're going to find out about in a second. And then the full moon, February 20th through 24th. This is dreamy and manic phase. And then February 25th through March 2nd, Sun conjunct Neptune. Interesting stories. It could be a lot. Okay, we'll start with the new moon. This is the Chinese New Year as a fire monkey. I was a little puzzled by this, so I asked my colleague, Punyin, and she described the fire monkey, interesting as a jumpy ride. Okay, she further advised that large crowds could cause nervous overload. Focus on building strong bonds, boost your immune system, retreat into the tranquility and beauty of natural settings, curb needless social activity, avoid rushing, avoid tech pollution, and avoid disturbances. Good advice. Check out her website, Feng Shui Master Punyin at punyin.com for more information. Fire monkey, here we go. Okay, back to regular astrology. The new moon here is, as I mentioned, in your second house, emphasizing survival instincts, materials, tool, resources. If you're involved with aesthetics, that too. Or just what do you like? What seems beautiful to you? Now, here is the astronomical map of the new moon, and in this case, the new moon is near the tail of the sea goat, see the sea goat there, and the shoulder of Aquarius. So we're going to look at the stars in these two particular points in the constellation for some, hopefully get some ideas about how can you increase your resources, aesthetics, and instincts. So I would say that in terms of resources, materials, tools, to be a resourceful leader would really make sense. And also, what is bringing you luck? Well, you kind of have to have a sense for that, hopefully. And then we look at the next, the shoulder of Aquarius, able to make things flow. This would be especially luck in terms of, being happy, but also of making appropriate challenges. You have goals, you want to accomplish this much resources, and then then you have a sense of well-being once it's accomplished, rather than pushing yourself or going outside your sphere of availability. You want to stay inside your sphere at that new moon and set things up, goals that you can accomplish. Now the full moon will emphasize your ninth house, education, religion, and philosophy. Maybe you'll do some traveling, could be cool. And this also has a lucky connotation because it's near the planet Jupiter. Meanwhile, the sun is moving through your third house at this point, Sun conjunct Neptune, that meetings, visiting, and hosting have a kind of special glamour to them, and a little bit of watch out for some of these illusions, trickery, toxins, chaos, in connection with meetings. All right, now this full moon, as I mentioned in your ninth house, is this full moon is near the heart of the lion, the back of the lion, and also near the constellation Sextans, which is the compass. So, kind of furthering that idea of travel. Kind of looks like maybe some travel stuff going on with you. Let's take a look at these stars, see how these would fit for your education. Well, definitely justice motives, making for success, would make sense, particularly for education, I guess, and religion. Knowing when to stop, knowing when maybe you've had enough for a day or enough travel for a week, and kind of reeling it in. Also, definitely good sense of direction, really fits for education and particularly for travel. And dabbling, maybe trying education. Sometimes you need to try a lot of different things and see where your abilities and your interests lie. And in terms of the star Zosma, being observant in connection with education, religion, and travel would really fit. And so hopefully that'll give you some ideas about how these stars contribute to the symbolism. Now, this period of February 20th all the way through March 2nd, where we have the full moon and then Sun conjunct Neptune, is I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is the most mystical and potentially confusing time of the year. So while empathy and compassion will work wonders, beware that there are fakers out there. So you kind of have to use those powers of observation in terms of meetings and visits and see who's telling you the real deal and who's maybe not really quite in touch with reality. But meanwhile, you want to use that full moon for all you can. Have some great experience in connecting with your education, your enlightenment, or religion, or travel, or see something of great wonder. So, but also, know when to, call it a day. You know when you've had enough. So the highlights of February 6th through 10th is that waking up process on that new moon with Chinese New Year. The full moon, February 20th through 24th, dreamy and manic. The February 25th through March 2nd, interesting stories. Okay, there you go. Just a sneak preview here for March, and we're going right from that Sun conjunct Neptune, which is going to be fading out by March 2nd. But then here we have a solar eclipse March 8th, and I think that'll start to affect at least by March 4th. So we say March, the time window, March 4th through 10th, with that solar eclipse. So a lot of really important meetings, but can anybody settle on anything, for you? Because there's that especially that fire monkey energy, even more so, because global opinion shifts will trickle down into just in meetings. People don't know which way it's going to go, what position they want to take. In terms of if you're hosting an event, people, they're RSVP, but do they show up? It's just that kind of, so if you just know ahead of time, you don't take it personally. I think that's the value of astrology. Then we have that lunar eclipse, March 23rd, that the sun is in your 4th house, but the lunar eclipse will be in your 10th house. So that even at this time of year, with the sun in your 4th house, you're increasing your basis for happiness, maybe spending more time with family, doing management. The lunar eclipse hits your 10th house, so that you are trying to figure out what projects do you want to keep, what do you want to eliminate. And so my advice for everybody for the lunar eclipse is be ready for anything, keep the faith, use science and troubleshooting, especially for your career. That's in March. So anyway, that's it for now. It's a lot, tall order. Just in the meantime, just have an excellent, great month. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Victoria Martin.
Bu akşam seminerimizi canlı olarak mobil uygulamamız üzerinden yapıyoruz.